Forget everything you thought you knew about Diddy. Gene Deal, the man who lived through it all as Diddy's former bodyguard, is finally breaking his silence, and what he's revealing will shock the world. Netflix cut it. 50 Cent tried to hide it. The footage, the stories, the crimes, the secrets, all of it was deemed too explosive for the documentary. But now, Gene is ready to show you the truth. The deaths, the betrayals, the hidden deals, and the power plays behind the scenes. Everything they wanted buried is about to see the light. Are you ready? Forget the headlines, forget the sanitized stories, because Gene Deal is about to reveal what Netflix, 50 Cent, and even Hollywood insiders didn't want you to see. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, wasn't just a witness, he was in the eye of the storm. For years, he collected footage, photos, and evidence of the empire behind the music, the parties, the violence, and the tragedies. And when he finally agreed to appear in 50 Cent's documentary, things didn't go as planned. Gene had a plan. He wanted to bring together the people who knew Diddy best, himself, Tim, and Kirk Burroughs. Tim knew the childhood, Kirk knew the business empire, and Gene knew the streets, the parties, and the secrets no one dared to speak aloud. They were going to tell the whole story. But that story never made it to Netflix. The first shock came during a meeting with the director, Alex Stapleton. Gene presented invoices, proof of past deals, and even pricing for footage he had collected. Her response? Dismissal and disrespect. She claimed what Gene asked for was crazy and that 50 Cent had no control over the documentary's content or payments. For Gene, the man who risked his life countless times protecting Diddy and witnessing history in the making, it was an insult. He wasn't just ignored, he was silenced. While negotiations faltered, Kirk Burroughs secretly cut his own side deals. The betrayal stung, but Gene knew it wasn't personal. It was the industry. Still, he walked away. He refused to be part of a project that twisted the truth, leaving the most critical stories on the cutting room floor. And that's why the documentary feels incomplete. The most explosive secrets, the murders, the betrayals, the hidden stakes of Bad Boy Records, they were all buried. Now, let's start with one of the stories Netflix barely touched, the City College tragedy. December 28, 1991, Diddy organized a celebrity basketball game in New York, a charity event meant to dazzle. Heavy D, Mike Tyson, LL Cool J. Everyone was expected. Gene Deal's security team, 18 strong with dogs and gates, was ready. But a day before the event, he was told they were fired. And that decision would cost lives. When the crowd surged, chaos erupted. 9 young people were crushed to death in the stairwell. According to Gene, Jessica Rosenblum, one of the promoters, panicked, not over the crowd, not over the kids, but to protect the cash from ticket sales. She locked the door. Hundreds trapped. Gene ran around, opening doors from inside, performing CPR on teenagers who didn't survive. This is the truth Netflix barely whispered, and 50 Cent didn't dare show. And that's only the beginning. The documentary glossed over Anthony Wolf Jones, Diddy's head of security from day one. Wolf knew everything. The money, the threats, the bodies, the deals. And according to Gene, his murder was no accident. Black mafia family connections, hidden vendettas, and Diddy's influence all played a role. Yet, the documentary barely mentioned him. Every frame of Netflix's documentary tried to package Diddy as the only villain, but Gene Deal knows the world behind the empire is far darker, filled with secrets, betrayals, and power moves. He has seen it all, lived it all, and collected evidence for years. And now, he's ready to tell the real story. The parts they couldn't censor, the moments they tried to hide, and the truths that will make the world question everything they thought they knew about Diddy, his empire, and the people around him. If you thought this video was shocking, brace yourself. Because now we dive into the stories Netflix didn't dare touch, the hidden deaths, the secret deals, and the people who paid to stay silent. Gene Deal saw it all, and he's not holding back. Let's start with the empire itself, Bad Boy Records. Many think Diddy built it alone, but the truth is darker. Kirk Burroughs co-founded the company, holding 25% from the very beginning, while Diddy controlled the rest through his mother's name, Janice Combs. Why? To dodge lawsuits after tragedies like the City College incident. But Diddy wasn't satisfied. According to Kirk's testimony, Diddy showed up with a baseball bat, threatening him into signing over his share. Kirk tried to sue in 2003, but the courts dismissed it due to the passage of time. Kirk lost his stake, his home, and his security. Meanwhile, Diddy became a billionaire. And then there's Anthony Wolf Jones, head of security, confidant, protector. He knew too much. Gene claims Diddy's actions directly contributed to Wolf's murder. The official story? Minimal. Netflix barely mentioned him. But Gene says the truth is chilling. BMF connections, cover-ups, and the empire's darkest corners. Wolf was silenced, but the evidence still exists, and Gene has it. Now let's talk about Kim Porter, Diddy's former girlfriend and mother of his children. She saw it all, every party, every deal, every threat. She died suddenly in 2018 at only 47. Officially, it was pneumonia. But insiders, including Gene, say the story is far more complicated. Her death remains shrouded in questions, and the documentary barely touched it. Gene knows things, evidence, moments of protection he provided, but none of it made it to Netflix. Why? Too sensitive. Too dangerous. Then there's the hidden world of A-list celebrity parties. For decades, Diddy hosted gatherings with actors, musicians, athletes, and politicians. The documentary implies innocence, but Gene reveals a different reality. Some celebrities allegedly paid to have their involvement erased, protecting careers, families, and reputations. 50 Cent may have accepted money to keep these names out. Gene isn't shy about pointing out the dirty truth behind the sanitized version we saw on Netflix. And finally, the most explosive secret of all, the leaked footage. Private videos of Diddy before his arrest, conversations with lawyers, planning strategies, stressing over the media. Footage that was never meant to be public. Netflix claimed it was legally obtained. Gene suggests a different story: betrayal, stolen tapes, and a legal gray area that could ignite controversy. This footage exposes Diddy's vulnerability, his control, and the dangerous world around him. Every revelation, every hidden story, every life lost, they all paint a picture Netflix refused to show. Gene Deal is ready to pull back the curtain, and the truth is far more terrifying than anyone imagined. The empire, the secrets, the power plays, they are all connected, and Gene is the only one willing to tell it. Gene Deal isn't holding anything back anymore. After years of being silenced, disrespected, and ignored, he's ready to expose the darkest corners of Diddy's empire. What Netflix left out, what 50 Cent couldn't show, what the industry tried to bury. This is it. Starting with the City College tragedy, Gene reveals details that were completely omitted. The security he and his team provided was removed at the last minute, leaving thousands of people in chaos. 9 young lives were crushed, trapped by a locked door meant to protect cash. Names, faces, accountability, none of it appeared in the documentary. For Gene, this was personal. He risked everything to save lives, yet the world never saw the truth of what really happened. Then there's the pattern of violence Diddy allegedly had against women. From Cassie in a hotel hallway to Misa Hilton, the mother of his first son, Justin, Gene witnessed it firsthand. The documentary showed one viral clip, but Gene confirms this wasn't an isolated incident. It was decades in the making. Women lived in fear, and while some were protected by Gene, the full scope of these actions remains hidden from the public. The business side of Diddy's empire is equally shocking. Kirk Burroughs lost everything due to intimidation, while Diddy amassed billions. Behind the glitz, the deals, and the fame lies a web of coercion, threats, and manipulation. Gene also points out how A-list celebrities allegedly paid to erase their connections to the empire, leaving a curated, sanitized version of reality for the world to see. Perhaps the most explosive revelation is the secret connections to organized crime. Anthony Wolf Jones, Diddy's head of security, didn't die randomly. Gene insists BMF's involvement and Diddy's influence were intertwined. Wolf was silenced because he knew too much. The documentary barely scratched the surface, but Gene has names, evidence, and first-hand stories that paint a far darker picture than Netflix ever showed. Finally, the leaked footage that shook viewers, Diddy in hotel rooms, planning legal strategy, talking to lawyers, is only the tip of the iceberg. How 50 Cent got this material, who authorized it, and what was truly revealed remain questions Gene teases but leaves hanging, because the implications are enormous. The footage doesn't just show vulnerability, it shows a man with power, control, and enemies lurking in every corner. Gene Deal's message is clear. The story you watched on Netflix is incomplete. The deaths, the betrayals, the hidden deals, the cover-ups, they are all real. And now, for the first time, someone with knowledge, evidence, and courage is telling the truth. Everything the industry tried to hide is about to surface, and the world may never look at Diddy, his empire, or his allies the same way again? The question remains, are you ready to see the truth they tried to bury? The story you just heard isn't just a documentary recap, it's a wake-up call. Gene Deal has risked everything to bring you the truth. Lives lost, secrets hidden, betrayals that shook an empire. This isn't Hollywood fiction. It's real, it's raw, and it's dangerous. And now, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? We want to hear from you. What shocked you the most? Was it the City College tragedy, the hidden deals at Bad Boy Records, the silenced witnesses, or the shocking truth about the celebrities who paid to stay out of the spotlight? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice matters. The world has been fed a sanitized story, but together, we can uncover the reality that they tried to bury. Share this video. Share it with friends, family, and anyone who thinks they know the real story. Every share is a chance for the truth to break through, to reach those who haven't seen the lies, the omissions, or the manipulation behind the glitz and glamour. Don't let this story disappear into the shadows. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to stay on the front lines of truth. Gene Deal's revelations are only the beginning. There's more evidence, more footage, and more stories waiting to surface, and you'll want to be here when it happens. The world saw one version of Diddy's story, but Gene Deal is showing you another, a version full of danger, betrayal, and secrets that could shake the industry to its core. Engage. React. Question everything. Because the truth doesn't just come to light, it's up to us to spread it. Are you ready to face what they tried to hide?